ran out of steam in the Ukrainian city of Ternopil. They transformed the old steam generator into a restaurant called Старого. And it's no surprise that the place has generated an energy all of its own. This place has more detail than a Ukrainian Easter egg.
I transformed this old steam generator as an act of protest against the horribly boring architecture from the Soviet era.
Mikhail may get steamed up about communist architecture, but this restaurateur has no shortage of love when it comes to Ukrainian cuisine.
At Старий Млин, we serve traditional dishes just as our ancestors would have enjoyed, cooking near wood fires and over hot coals, all here inside my creation that came to me in a dream.
To fully appreciate what Mikhail has done here, you have to understand that this building is like an oasis of architectural bliss in a desert of bleak Soviet design. I'd like to try the green borscht, the traditional cabbage rolls, the meat casserole, and finally the meat kebab. That's all. Walking into the restaurant is like stepping into a hobbit house. There are 4 levels, and each floor is jammed with Ukrainian antiques. Old Ukrainian tapestries, telephones, casseroles, farm implements, earthenware pots, old keys from the mill. And you gotta love this huge windmill. All in all, there are over 3,000 artifacts in the building. Oh, look at this. At first it appears to be a clay pot, complete with a lid, until you realize that it's actually a whole loaf of dry bread, hollowed out and filled with green borscht. And I love the fact that they serve it up with an old wooden spoon. This version starts with a meat stock, and it's got these vegetables in it, very rich, but a lot lighter than the winter version. You have some of the soup, and then rip right into the bowl here, which is this incredible, fresh, crusty bread.
I took over this abandoned steam plant 10 years ago when I was inspired by the work of architect Antoni Gaudi.
The amazing thing about the exterior of this building is it's all made from reclaimed materials, stones, bricks, iron, and wood. You've got spinning looms, copper pots, and a whole assortment of old wheels.
You'll notice that there are no right angles or straight lines in the building. Just like Gaudi, I take inspiration from nature.
Ah, my meat casserole. Look at this. This is just a great example of how much visual appeal a 900-degree oven can add to a dish. You've got pork, mushrooms, tomato, cheese, dill, and it's all sitting below this fluffy layer of eggs, the ultimate Ukrainian omelet.
The weirdest thing about this restaurant is that we have every single aspect of Ukrainian culture under one roof.
Time for a crash course in Ukrainian folk music.
I had the meat casserole. It was wonderful. All the dishes here are great.
Nothing says traditional Ukrainian food like cabbage rolls. You've got rice, ground meat, some mushrooms, some carrots. It's all wrapped around in this steamed cabbage leaf, which still surprisingly has a nice bit of crunch to it. It's very, very fresh. And then it's all smothered in this rich, creamy mushroom sauce. This dish makes me want to get up and dance Ukrainian jig. When the Cossack army was in the field, they would dig a huge hole in the ground, fill it with burning wood, and cook their meats over it. It's a pork kebab served up with some pickled onions and a very spicy tomato sauce. The caramelized exterior of this pork is crispy and crackly from the high heat that it's cooked in. Inside is super moist. The meat itself, very rich, very, very strong pork flavor. This is about as good as pork gets, and I'm not just blowing steam. And just when you think you've got this place figured out, you step up to the 4th floor and run smack dab into a secret sushi restaurant. Gotta say, watching a sushi master prepare unagi here in the Ukraine is about the last thing I ever expected to see. Look at this. That eel is so smoky, the rice has the perfect texture, and that sauce on top is so sweet. And this is all the more impressive when you think about the fact that there's virtually no Japanese culture at all in this country. Start with a punk rock architect with a love of tradition, add a truckload of artifacts and an old world menu, and you've got a perfect night out in Ternopil.
The restaurant is beautiful. I love it.
Mikhail is truly a rare visionary. I mean, he took a crumbling building and he transformed it into the pulse of the community.
You always leave the place with your smile on your face.
Hey, can I run away with you guys? I think you said no. Next, we're off to Chicago to raid a gangster's kitchen.
When people get out of hand here, I gotta rough them up. I gotta break some thumbs.
If you don't behave yourself in a place like this, you're gonna end up swimming with the fishes. it's L Train, it's deep dish pizza, and it's gangsters. So prepare yourself to step back in time as we visit Tommy Gunn's Garage, an authentic Prohibition-era speakeasy. Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. You got a password?
No, actually, nobody told me a password.
No one told you the password?
No.
Get up against the wall. Put your hands against the wall.
Like that?
All right. Yeah, like that.
More than any other city, Chicago has become synonymous with the Prohibition era. Tommy Gunn's Garage is an authentic 1920s speakeasy, a kind of illegal bar that was home to crooked politicians, notorious gangsters, routine police raids, and wild entertainment. From the moment you walk in the door, you're greeted by the savory aroma of rich Italian food, classic roaring 20s artifacts, and the gangsters and flappers themselves. During the Prohibition, places like this were the only place you could get a drink. And you can see this place is really going off.
You're having dinner and a show, and the booze is illegal. How fun is that?
It's just you?
Just me.
Well, my name is Muscles. I'm going to be your server tonight, all right?
All right.
Now, along with your main course, you get a choice of soup or salad. And we don't have blue cheese, so don't ask. Got that?
Got it.
All right.
The food at Tommy Gunn's Garage is the kind of food that a gangster would love.
Our menu has some really hearty dishes.
We have a kingpin prime rib.
We slow cook the prime rib for 8 hours overnight. It's the most popular dish in our menu. It's delicious. People come here for the show, but they're pleasantly surprised when they taste the food.
Don't call me chicken.
Don't worry, I wouldn't consider it. So, what'd you bring me?
Are you that slow? Don't call me chicken.
Oh, don't call me chicken. I get it.
Good.
Gotcha.
Eat your chicken.
Generous chicken breast, marsala sauce, mushrooms. Nice. It's the kind of dish your Italian grandma would serve you if she was a mobster. Wow, check this out. It's like the whole history of Chicago right here on the walls. You got the old newspaper covers, the man himself, Al Capone. Nothing says Chicago like a mugshot.
The original place was Coliseum's Cafe. All the celebrities and stars would come down here and mingle with the gangsters, the politicians. Ran by Big Jim Coliseum himself. Very hot spot to be seen back in the 1920s.
You like the booze?
Giddy up.
I know you do.
I think the weirdest thing about this place is the personality behind it.
When people get out of hand here, I gotta rough them up. I gotta break some thumbs. I gotta shoot them in the foot.
Bob, my favorite thing is I can get away with murder here.
So, Kitty, what's with the outfit here?
Oh, well, this is my flapper outfit.
Wow.
I flap on cue.
They used to call it the Chicago typewriter.
I think you should learn how to do the Charleston.
Here we go.
All right, here, go.
No?
No. You know what? Let's start with something easier. Crack the safe. You've got a credit card, right?
Big Bill Thompson.
Who's Big Bill Thompson?
He's the mayor. Where the hell are you from?
Oh, look at this. This